folks, Dave here, and welcome back to the Austrian Empire here in Empire Total War. We're picking up right where I left off last time, which is the siege of Berlin. We're going to be taking out the Prussians, hopefully, in the next couple turns. But we're already besieging, so let's just dive in right at the start of the episode with this massive city siege. Thankfully, they have no fortifications, and we've caught them on the open field of battle. This means that I can actually use this town here to my advantage. I'm going to use my cannons as bait to force them to march in close, at which point I'll have infantry defending the town and all the buildings over here. Looks like I don't have shrapnel shot researched yet. I'll have to work on that. These guys, I believe, are... oh, they're just mob troops. Well, I'll use them for the fortifications then. Got some irregulars here. I'll put them in this house. Got some militia, as well as some line infantry to shore them up. Put our general's bodyguard back here in the city. Provincial cavalry on the right. Hussars and the other cavalry on the far left, I think. Let's put our best foot in the center here. And some pikemen to seal up the gap. Next to the cannons with the pike wall formation. They should go into that once the battle starts. Then some line infantry next to our cannons, if I can just get them to spread out thin. That I might rotate them slightly once things kick off here. I'm going to put one more unit of line infantry over here on the right and fill in that gap with the irregulars. Might catch the enemy thinking that there's a gap in my lines. Now I'm spread pretty thin here, but I can kind of fall back towards the town if I need to. I just want to use those cannons as bait, basically. They do have entrenched cannons here. Let's see if I can hit them. There we go. They took some casualties right there. Oh, they have a mortar garrison. Let's see where that hits. Ooh, 60% damage on that house. Well, that won't do. Cavalry. Try and break those cannons up. You guys get out of there. General, fall back some. Gotta kill those mortars first, I think. So all cannons focus fire on the mortars. Need to get me some of those. Actually, all cannons focus on the infantry briefly. Let's try and hit those cannons with the horse. Nice, we got in there. We intercepted their general too. And their general just died. Fantastic. They weren't ready for that charge from the side. Cannons dropping some shells before they can get going here. Alright, cavalry, pull back, pull back. 2 enemy generals killed very quickly. And I think, guys, we're going to escape with our cavalry. Look at that. Hussars taking shots in the back there. But yeah, their mortars got decimated. Wow. Only 15 losses for our Hussars for that charge right into their cannons. That's amazing. That gamble paid off. Got the provincial militia here. Let's actually break off on the right flank here and engage those guys. See, they're off by themselves. That'll wrap up their right flank quite nicely. Just going to use the cavalry for a second here to let my infantry get in close. Cavalry fall back. Infantry, fire. And ambushed. Beautiful. Move up just a bit closer. Let's keep our cavalry all the way back here. My cannons are just pounding their lines now, and like I hoped, they're having to advance without their own cannons available. Cavalry, hit them from behind. That will do it. Let's get you guys up here along the wall. Ooh, that is a lot of infantry here on the left. I'm going to pull these irregulars down the line. You guys fall back before you get shot to pieces from the side here. They are charging in. Yep, my militia appears to have caught them by surprise in the forest here. And they are certified cowards, falling back already. Men, hold the line. They're basically just there for cavalry purposes. Speaking of cavalry, let's intercept those dragoons before they can cause some damage here. They've got some cannons in the back now, it looks like. What do they have? Sockers? Sakers? Probably Sakers, I'd imagine. Yeah. Line infantry, fire! They're making a bold push at my lines with lots of troops. They're having a hard time dealing with my cannons right in the center here, which are firing almost point blank. Man, I wish I had shrapnel shot. Shots going back and forth here. On the right. Their center is still looking pretty strong. Cannons fire. Their dragoons are putting up a good fight here on the left. There we go. We're finally breaking the morale of these front lines. They had gotten so close, too. Got garrison provincial line infantry. Let's try and hit those guys in the back. Yep, their lines are wavering all over the place. Line infantry, I want you to march over here and fill in this gap. Artillery, focus on these clustered bits of troops here on the left. Cavalry, get in there and try and keep them from reorganizing. But now actually first break off, because you're spread out all throughout the area where all the shots are flying. You're gonna get friendly fire left and right. Yeah, this is a killing field in its purest definition right here. Well, they should have protected their cannons. Oh, their general's bodyguard is coming out to play. Can I make it across the entire battlefield to help? There's some good skip shots. Nope. The line infantry are turning to attack my cavalry. I gotta break off that charge and hit them. Now I can possibly come help my cavalry in the back here, which is getting overwhelmed. Can we break contact? Let's try. Whoa. Their cannon's finally getting dialed in, it looks like. Alright guys, just a bit more fighting here and we'll have it all wrapped up. You got this. These line infantry are still trying to get around the town here. Good grief. Well, they've chased one of my provincial cavalries off the map, but their general's unit has taken a lot of casualties, and that'll be their third general to fall on the field of battle. Some fantastic cannon shots here, just skipping right through their lines. Yeah, that's an imposing line that they're facing. Fantastic. All cannons, focus your fire on the infantry. Let's get this wrapped up. My cavalry is very, very battered, but I think we got enough fight left in us to take on their artillery. Let's slow march though. Wait, nope. Enemy cavalry is arriving. Fall back, fall back. And I have an extra general arriving. All right. Back behind my lines here. How are you guys on ammunition? About half left, it looks like, for most of my units. Might have to swap some of these guys out. See, I haven't even gotten to use my town defense plan yet. Yeah, that unit of cavalry is just kind of stuck in the edge of the map there. Right on the edge perfectly. So I'll move my cannons up. Maybe we'll be able to hit them from one of these hilltops. Let's just fast forward time a bit. Alright, you guys go over here. This cannon goes over here. And then everybody else move up as well. This should be pretty close to the end. It's just those last couple of units in the back, the horses and the cannon. I want to make sure that we get some good shots on those units of horse before they have a chance to charge out of that corner where they're stuck. That got them unstuck. Hey, heroic death. Oh, what? One of my generals hit the pikes here. That was dumb. What a lame way to lose a general. Line infantry, get up there. Go, go, go. General's bodyguard, get back here. What are you doing? It's like the only pikes on the entire map is that one right there. Look at that line of horses that died. Ridiculous. Ooh. And that's it. I'll take the victory. That last shot took out a bunch of units of horse on that unit of dragoons there. Well, that was quite the fight. They lost 3,400. I lost 844. Most kills. The cannons actually got quite a lot. And then, as expected, my cavalry mopping up all kinds of units. I think I lost my primary general, though. I did. That's so dumb. What a ridiculous way, again, to lose a general at the end. I'll attach this guy to the army instead.
Yes, sir. Euer Majestät. Ja, my lord.
So that gives us control of Prussia's primary territory. I think all they have left is East Prussia. Let's see. Offer them a peace treaty. and they are insulted. So they're probably going to hide just past West Prussia, which is owned by Poland. We're also at war with them, of course, but I don't think Prussia is at war with Poland. Yeah, they're trade partners with them, but they're not at war with them, which is odd because they're occupying one of their territories. I wonder who stole this from the Prussians and allowed the neutral Polish to steal it from them. Weird. They're going to hide back there. I'm going to clear out this last Prussian army. From there, the focus is probably going to go to the Polish, I think. Maybe I'll take Warsaw. I won't worry too much about the fight down here in the south against the Ottoman Empire for now. I think they've got a long way to travel with their best troops, whereas Poland and the remainder of Prussia remain a pretty close threat. And I am refortifying Transylvania down here. Working on research there. I'll get my new university once it's repaired, working on some technology for my naval tree, I think. Oh yeah, I can't use the university though because the enemy army is sitting on top of it. That kind of throws a wrench to things. Oh, that's not my army. That's Saxony's army. I was gonna say, look at these cool, unique Saxon regiments of foot. Okay. Ooh, the 13 colonies have just declared independence from Great Britain. They're friendly. Let's request a trade agreement. And they're in. Excellent. How much trade is that going to get us per turn? 909. Fantastic. The New World is full of many riches, apparently. There's also New Spain over here in the New World. Let's just go over and take a look. They control not Florida and Cuba, that's still Spain, but New Spain controls New Spain, which is modern day Mexico, of course. They also control Guatemala, Panama, New Granada, and New Andalusia. Do they want to trade? Because that looks like a lot of very prime colony real estate. They're insulted. Not really sure why. Let's try one more time. Can I offer you technology? I'll offer you carbines and the plug bayonet. They're willing to pay for it. Sure. Still unfriendly, though. I can't afford a state gift. Let's try the trade agreement, and I'll offer them that money right back. They want to trade regions. How random is that? They want to give me New Mexico. We'll cancel that negotiation for now. I can also trade with Hanover. And they're in. How about Persia? Let's get all this trade going. And they're in too. It's always good to trade with these small countries, guys, because if your trade routes get raided, you've got more backups. Plus, they're worth almost as much as trade with some of the larger countries. Hanover and Persia there worth about 800 plus gold per turn. And we could use that. Sum total of our income next turn is back up to 6,800. Fantastic. Alright, let's end our turn here. And the Prussians are doing some revenge raiding in what was once their home country. Sorry, guys. I guess it's probably time to review our current wars and see what's going down. We have a very dignified looking missionary here, available in Austria. Is Brandenburg... it's Protestant, and I believe we're Catholic, right? Yep. So let's get that missionary. Where are you? Upgrade that college too. Let's get that missionary up to our new territory in Brandenburg. What was that vocal? I'll get some repairs going on the capital. And, wow, that's going to really hurt our funds here. Okay, so let's cancel that college... Or no, it was church upgrade for now. Where was that? I've lost it. There it is. I think I need that money to repair Berlin. Just to repair the Royal Palace. Yep. Okay. 3-color painting was invented. New advances in the field of color separation. A new, very effeminate looking gentleman here. Those wigs, oh man, ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and get him trucking up to my new university, even though I can't use it for research just yet. The remaining Prussian army burned it. It's also full of enemy agents, enemy gentlemen. Got some raids. We have an intellectual advance, empiricism, the belief that all human knowledge is gained through experience, and those aspects of life that cannot be directly experienced must not exist. All about observation of the world around you. And our new Royal Observatory is also complete, appropriately enough. Just checking on our ministers here, and then our tech tree. Okay, so plug bayonets are almost done. Then we'll finally get canister shot, which is what I really need for my cannons. For that up-close fighting. Meanwhile, I've got new militia being recruited all along the border with the Ottoman Empire, which should hopefully keep us safe. Great Britain has canceled their trade agreement. I wonder if they lost a port. Yeah, they've lost a port, or I've lost a port, or something like that, because I have no actual option to trade with them whatsoever. Yeah, Prussia is still very unfriendly. I don't think seeing them occupying their capital and will probably remain there. I don't see peace between us, so yeah, I think Prussia's going to have to die for good. I really want to keep this trade port too. That route to Austria, or yeah, it's me, between Austria and the 13 colonies especially. That's our only New World trade route, I think, right now. Yep. Our port down south is just trading here in the Mediterranean. Let's send our repaired fleet back out to raid those trade routes. What else can we do for now? Well, once that army is replenished, we'll march on their last army. For now, I think I'm just going to use this smaller army to protect the trade port. I think we'd be a pretty even match against their smaller force, even without a full general commanding that force. And how is our prestige looking? We are now number 3 in the world after Russia and the British. We have passed France. Prussia's been completely beaten down. Wow. Alright. Making progress here, guys. Things are looking up, even with all of this, as you can see around our borders here. All of this red. Alright. On to possibly still 1702. I think I have 4 turns per year, so it's like summer, summer, winter, winter. Just because Empire didn't have all 4 seasons. But the mod just extends it out by 2 extra turns per year. Darth mod, in case you guys had forgotten. I know I still get that question occasionally for which mods I'm using. Just Darth mod. As I thought, the Prussians are still burning down buildings, but my army saved the trading port from destruction. Venice has declared war on me. That's odd. My allies are joining me, but their allies have abandoned them. Oh, they're right across the water from me. Well, they have some imperial ambitions. Interesting. Saxony's doing a good job of defending their territory, at least. Yes, yes, more enemy raids up here. Let's get all of these buildings repaired. And the army is still replenishing. Let's replenish this army as well. Get a new general. And we have a new 5th rate. Oh, good. That will prevent them from landing in our harbor, at least, but we've got a bunch of 5th rates. Oh, wow. The San Domenico is a very high-ranked 5th rate ship of the line. Look at that rank. That is ridiculous. And of course, Venice has canceled our trade agreement. Ooh, let me burn down the Ottoman port here real quick. I'll just raid their trading lines there. I think it's time to get another 5th rate recruiting. And more for this army too, seeing now we're fighting the Ottomans and the Venetians. Just go for some light infantry, possibly. got a good amount of unique units. Let's just go for more line infantry and get this defensive force near our capital built up. I don't want to march that army towards the sea until I know if the Venetians are actually going to land this almost full stack army, as it looks like they're going to try to. Trying to remember if in Empire you can just unload troops on any shoreline. I think you can, which means that they would just take one extra turn to unload. So basically, if you have a navy with an army attached to it, and you land at an empty naval port, you can unload those troops and then move out all in one single turn. But if no port is available and you have to land on the shore, it takes one entire turn to disembark, so you basically land on the shore and then you're stuck there for one turn. I think that's what they're going to have to do, seeing I've successfully defended this port right here. Had that militia guarding it. That'll bite us some time, because up here in Brandenburg, in Berlin, the people are unhappy, so I'm going to give them a one-turn exemption on taxes, which will hurt my income quite a bit, by a few thousand almost. But that'll keep them from rioting and rebelling, and buy me more time to get these buildings repaired, which will then actually increase how happy they are. As you guys can see, that Opera House especially increases happiness. And then I'll have more time to take out their last army, and then I can deal with a possible rebellion. Minor nations. Lost some trade options there. Interesting. Why? Where are they? Why are the Dutch at war with me? Request peace. I'm not offended, but they don't accept at this time, they say. Still not quite sure why they're at war with me. Did I ever get a fleet to any of these trading areas? I think I've been too occupied. Not many of them are taken. Yeah, I have too many concerns at home to worry about trading in India, though. Gotta keep building up ships to defend the homeland, and then perhaps I can get some of that trade going. But for now, guys, we are out of time for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.